This is the proverbial coal ash bill that we've had in front of us Friday, yesterday, and now today. You know, obviously we had a spirited debate. We went in detail on Friday on this bill. I will say that this bill provides for the permanent solution to the coal ash problem in Virginia for those coal ash piles that are in the Chesapeake Bay watershed. It's one of those things that will take a little over a decade to complete, but once it's done, we will not have to worry in the Commonwealth of Virginia about having a coal ash problem. And I will also note this is one of those 14 to Suter line votes. So with that, Mr. President, I would renew my motion that the bill pass.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard on Senate Bill 1355? One person sent up from Roanoke County. Senator Suterline, rise.
Well, if no one else is going to speak, I think someone needs to address this. Like it was pointed out, I voted against even a re-referral from agriculture because I thought this is where it ought to be.
To move this bill forward, and I support it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the senator. Do any senators other than the patron wish to be heard on Senate Bill 1355? Seeing none, Senior Senator from Virginia Beach, Senator Wagner.
Thank you, Mr. President. And just to wrap up, again, I would renew my motion that the bill pass. And speaking just to a couple of comments that I heard, just a little history lesson. We froze the rates in earlier, 2015, I believe, as a result of the Clean Power Plan that was being proposed in Washington, D.C. We were uncertain. It's not the first time we did that. I'll take you back a little further history. When we started down the road of deregulation, we froze the rates again. And thank God we froze those rates, because when we witnessed what happened in other states with deregulation and watched the up to 25, 30% increase in electric rates in Maryland and other neighboring states that went down this road, we rescinded. We pulled back and we went back to a fully regulated state because we'd seen what had happened in other states and thought that's not a path Virginia wants to take. Let's keep our rates competitive. For the senator from Roanoke County, I will say this, that the utility that we're talking about under this legislation, electric rates are significantly lower than the utility that represents his particular area. And in fact, I would say to those that live in Loudoun County, depending on which side of the county you live on, you're going to pay more for electricity if you're under the co-op than you will if you're into the area that's serviced by a utility. In this case, it happens to be Dominion. So I would point out the disparities of this, but I will say that there is a $100 million a year cost that there is no solution for unless we went down this path, this road, that the ratepayers of Virginia would be paying for forever. And that cost would only go up. This bill solves the problem. There is a little bit of short-term pain, but in the end, we'll be better off, all of us, and our kids and our grandchildren will be better off for having dealt with this problem. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thanks, Senator. Question is,